So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. So, in this meditation sessions, we mainly try to share some basic informations for yourself to develop a very good, very clear spiritual foundation for your life. So if you look information related to your meditation practice and how to develop your wisdom and how to develop a good spiritual practice. So you may find some basic information here. So be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Once I get connected with the other network, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take a few minutes for ourselves to be very clear with the practice we do here. So when it comes to meditation, one of the major important skill that you have to develop, go back to basic. So that is one of the important things that sometimes we don't put attention, because in this mental practice, we always look for some kind of result and keep searching. And then by the time what happens, we start to build up a lot of information and get lost from the foundation. So go back to basic is a skill. That's why it is a skill that you have to remember every day. So then yourself, when you start to practice, very important thing, don't look for the kind of like a previous experience, or don't try to continue. So whatever you left from yesterday, always bring a new start to you, with the posture, with the primary mental object, and focusing to breathing and the deeper inner experience that you went through. So don't try to repeat it. Don't look for that. Start with the very fresh mind, new mind. But at the same time, you should know, even while you practice meditation, not to get lost inside your own imagination, but to know how you start. So back to basic. That is very important. Another one of the major important part I'm going to mention today, when you practice, the most of time, we look for information and we trying to look the progress, and we see what we have most of time. But there is another way, another window, another path that you can get access to deeper awareness. So that is the ability to see what is missing. The ability to see what is missing. If I bring some examples, like when you go to a doctor, sometimes it looks like you are healthy, but there are some kind of situations, health issues there, and physically you can't find any mistakes, or everything work very well. So sometimes then the doctors can say, maybe there are some vitamins you need. And then, so when you replace that vitamins, you will get out of the situation. So that recognizing that missing part, because we can't see on the surface level that we see this, everything go right. And maybe you eat well, you sleep well, you take care very well, you exercise. But see, sometimes that when it comes to C vitamin, when the C vitamin is missing, or the D vitamin, most of the time nowadays, everywhere people talk about it. And after this pandemic, so this, when you recognize that you need that, there's nothing to kind of like the fix. Only thing that whatever the missing part you have to bring, that's it. It's everything there. But without that missing part, you can't complete. So when it comes to mental practice, the same. And sometimes your awareness is perfect, and your technique is good, your practice very well, your preparation is good, but sometimes that you missing the body, the posture of the body. And sometimes you're missing the sensation. So when you are not capable to see the missing part, and sometimes you're wasting so much time struggling to make things happen, but it's still, it doesn't work. So then to get into that, what missing, to know that, there's another skill that you need. So then the 3 steps. So the one is that you have ability to go back to basic. And the other one is bring up the ability to see the missing part. And the third one, how you can get into that, how you can develop that wisdom. Because that is a kind of like the growing tree. When the tree grows, it starts to bring branches. So how you can branch your awareness, how you can branch, how you can grow your practice. So another branch is detach from your own moment of experience, that what you go through, rather than personalizing, rather than holding, rather than putting identity on it, rather than build up a personal relationship on it. Detach from the moment of experience will bring the ability to see the missing part. When what happens is, when you build up a relationship, when you come more close and hold the moment of experience, when you personalize it, you can't see the missing part. If you can't see the missing part, you can't complete the action. You can't get the right result. So then, to detach from the moment of experience, that when it comes to detachment, it is a very, fancy, word. Detachment. Everybody know that. And the people try to detach from the outside things. Sometimes people appreciate that detachment. And a lot of, the most of in any spiritual practice, everybody, accept detachment. Everybody like it. But the most of time, what they talk about this as a detachment, the detachment from these material things. You don't need to have any special effort to get detached from the material things. You know why? Because by the time will do that. By the time, that everything going to go away. But what we does most of time, we cheat ourselves. We don't detach most of time, we replace. That replacement, sometimes we name as detachment. When you want to get out of something, You think it is a detachment. No, no. You replace something better than that, and then what happened? You will throw that other thing away, and then you detach from it. So another way, you rather than most of time, you increase the attachment with the name of the detachment. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. So the detachment in the deeper level, the bottom level, not detached from this material world, not detached from these physical things, not go away from things. It will happen by the time. Look yourself, look at your life from the birthplace to today. What happened? Just see that I born in Sri Lanka, and today I am here in the other side of the world, so that what happened to that everything that around that, in that everything, gone. So when I hold it to something here more strongly, it is very easy to, get away from that things. So then you have to be very clear with the detachment. It's a more another word with the renunciation, And so when it comes to detachment, it is about in the beginning, that your moment of personal experience, and deeply with your self-image, self-centered mind. And there is someone that you slowly build up in you, little by little, in this head with our experience. We have a kind of like somebody, it can be a Lilliput, it can be a Gulliver, or sometimes for some people, it's a kind of like the genie inside the lamp. You know that when you put say the mantra and rub the lamp, through the smoke, the genie, the big genie arrives. Kind of like our self-centered mind also same like that. Sometimes the person so nice, and so calm, so good. But how about when it comes to arguments, negotiation? And sometimes when a situation comes, if something, the painful or get hurt little bit, trigger something, and like from that little lamp, through the ashes, that the giant, the genie arise. So like that, sometimes you look so nice, calm, mellow, so humble. But when something trigger, then somebody arise from you. Oh, this is me, and I have done this, I have done that. So like that, all the history, arise. So why it happened like that? So remember, this happened because of this self-centered mind. So detached from that is a profitable skill. You are the one who going to gain more benefit out of that. You're going to have a more bigger open heart. You are capable to access to more new opportunities, and at the same time, each and every cell in your body find its own space and start to maximize its strength. And as a result of that, what will happen? Your physical energy going to become so high, and then it will fund for your mental energy, and that your physical, mental energy going to become so fine, and you have the deeper inside, you become more free. So that freedom build up a stage for you to increase your creativity. And that is why you become more profitable person for you and for others. So that's why when it comes to the spiritual path, you need it moment by moment, rather than build up a cage, rather than build up walls around you. You have to find the deeper inner freedom in you. So that freedom come out of your own inner wisdom that you carry regarding that how you can detach from your inner experience. It's not easy. So there was a king, and this king was so greedy. You know, when he gives something, he always hold it to that, you know, as memorizing. And then there was a wise advisor and knew this is not good for this king, you know, and it going to be a big trouble for him, because our own memory going to, you know, sabotage sometimes. Our own memory hurt us more than any other thing. We think other people hurt us. No, other people cannot hurt us. They have their own way. You know, people, everything change. They have their own way to go. But our own mind hurt us. Our own memory can kill us. All the anxiety, depression, the most of the nowadays, most of the time, the cancer, you know, diabetes, all this happen deeper inside us because of our own mental behavior. That's mean our memory. So most of time our memory become poison. Remember that, you know, because we don't have that much the good things to memorize. And even by the time whatever the nice things happen to you, if you always hold it to that, all the good memory, what will happen when you go through a bad situation today, that all the good situation maybe build up a more anxiety in you, because you start to build up a comparison inside you. You compare your own life. No, so whatever good happened, the bad happened, it happened according to in that condition, environment. That's happened, it's all done. But today you have a very brand new situation. It doesn't matter it's good or bad. Just try to be a free person from and detach from your own past experience and be with the moment. And do your best for the moment, and then you will see. It doesn't matter good or bad. The moment that you go through, it always going to become a profitable moment for you. But if you compare it, if you hold it and compare it to your own memory, it's going to give a hard time. So there was a king that he used to give, and then he always think about it, memorize, you know, talk about it, and this wise advisor knew, oh, he's going to have a hard time. How I can help him? So then one day they went to a carnival, and this wise advisor set up some people there, you know, and he took the king to see this carnival. So in that carnival, there was one person playing with the sword. And then what he did, the king started to show it. So what that person did, you know, he started to put that sword into the mouth. The king thought, oh, That is so difficult to do. And then this advisor told, of course, it's so difficult to do. But there are more difficult things to do in the world. So the king asked, what is that? Look at that person. And he, put his, the sword to the, inside his body without, getting cut. It's very difficult. You have to practice, and you have to be so skillful person. So now the conversation pick up little by little. So one advisor told, oh, that is easy. By practice you can do it. But to think something to give, it is very difficult. So the king thought, oh, that is true. Just to even think, have a thought to give something to somebody is not easy. Why? Because we always have this mind to collect around us. For me, get something. So in this life, in this circle, in this accumulation, even somebody think little bit, one thought to give something to someone, that is a great idea. That is a great. The king accepted. Oh, that's true. Having a thought to give something to someone is more greater than putting the two-side sharp blade into your body. It is greater than that. And then another advisor came and told, to think is not that much difficult. Anybody can think. But to give something, make an action, give something, that thought bring to action is very difficult. So the king started to think about it. Of course, we can think, oh, I want to give this, I want to give that. You always think nice thing, but it doesn't happen. Even when we try to give it, it's not going to come like that way, So the king thought, oh, of course, that's true. Thinking can be easy, but giving something is more harder than that. And then the main advisor came and told, by practicing, you can put a two-side sharp blade or the sword into your body. It is easy. Even in this collective world, to think about having a thought to give something to others, that also possible. And even whatever you thought to give it to someone, also possible. But most difficult and very rare part of this world is, once you give, forget it. Forget about that what you gave is not easy. And then it triggered the king. Why? Because he always had that. And he started to think, that's true. Because we always reflect on what we gave. We hold it to what we gave. When situations come, we remind what we gave. And sometimes in situations, it more hurt us than anything else that what we gave to others. I have done this, I gave this, that. It hurt us. And the king understood. From that day, he forget that. So this self-detachment is a skill. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt, not because of somebody. No. So then remember in your life, one of the missing part, like with all the vitamins, like the C vitamin or the D vitamin, you are so nice person. You do a lot of good things to the world. You take care of yourself. You do all the good things to your husband, for your wife, for your children, for your parents, to the society. You do all the things for your temple or the church or the mosque, or you practice all the good spiritual things, and one of the missing part is you forget to let go what you practice. And end of the day, you count on all the good things that you have done. It can hurt you. Invisibly, it can become, you do all the good things, thinking that the angel's going to appear, but what will happen end of the day? Invisibly, out of that, all the good things you have done, the demon's going to be around you. Don't allow it to happen. That is why you need the wisdom to maintain your own life. So then what you need to do, when opportunity comes for you to do something, to give something, remember, it is a privilege for you. So then do your best. Give your best. And once you give your best, do your best as soon as possible, detach from it. Don't go behind it. Don't hold it to that. Detach from it. You have to be free from that, your own memory. So that become a skill for you. It brings the openness to yourself, and it brings the more space inside you. So that way, again and again, when you have that freedom, that skill in you, inside, when you come to practice meditation, you have power to detach from your own inner experience, because it is not easy. Always see that when a meditation happens, sometimes in questions, we like, not like this Zoom meeting, but when in retreats, sometimes people say, oh, when I practice meditation, it happened to me like this, it happened to me like that. So like that, they always count on their experience. So whatever they went through, they hold, they count on it. They have no skill that whatever the moment of experience that you go through, detach from it, be free from it. That's why, how you can do it? That's why you have the primary mental object. That's why you have that primary mental object. So you into the primary mental object, and again and again, you are capable to come to it, rather than go here and there. Again and again, you just be with your primary mental object. So in that way, it doesn't matter whatever happens. You have the any kind of good or the any kind of neutral or the difficult sensation or the feelings, the mind go here and there, or any kind of person, the physical experience, you don't go with it. As soon as possible, you detach from that, come back to the primary mental object and stay there. And you develop the detachment of your moment of experience. So by the time, your awareness is going to become more sharp. And in that very level, what will happen? You develop the undisturbed mind. So that undisturbed mind means you are not going to disturb from your moment of experience. And that will show you all the missing parts in you. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say so pateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata mihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Attaya imaya patipatti ajati jara vyadi maranam ha paribundisami idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.